Hey, I've got a viewer. Good evening. Tonight I am playing the Bring Down the Sky mission. I've already done a little bit of it, but I'm continuing on. I'm actually also doing the missing engineers. So I'm actually gonna kind of detour and not go to this torch. With Bring Down the Sky, you gotta disable these torches that have been turned to accelerate this asteroid into Terra Nova, which is a human colony, and it will kill several million people if it is successful. So, Shepard being Shepard, you gotta go save the colony. And it's actually the introduction of Batarians. It was DLC. Hey, I've got another viewer. Good evening, guys. So Bring Down the Sky was DLC, and it was included in the PS3 multi-pack, where you could get all 3 games at once, and then it was part of Legendary Edition. I'm doing kind of a little additional quest that's included, in that I'm trying to locate some missing engineers. I think I'm gonna have some drones to kill. I lost one of my viewers, but hey, the one who's still with me, good to see you. I do have chat up. I'm still kind of new to all of this. I'm getting the hang of it. But I'm glad to have someone there while I'm talking into the void. So these mini games, for a lot of things you need electronics. We're just gonna reduce all this to Omnigel, because apparently I need to clean out my set up these drones. Normal difficulty, but I am, as the title suggests, not very good at gaming, as you can see, as I'm wildly aiming. I am 25 right now. In the Legendary Edition, they redid kind of how the levels worked, and it used to be that you capped out at 60, but in Legendary Edition you cap out at 30. So kind of the strength of your character is a little bit different, considering, I want to say this, I'm literally just looking for a corpse right now. Is it on the map? It might help to hit. Okay, where am I? It is helpful to have your cursor close to where you need to be. Okay, let's see. This is... Okay, we're gonna set the destination. But this is just a little side quest. You get a little experience for it. I am a completionist. Which is part of how I wind up so overleveled, is I've done almost all of the side quests that you can get. This is a good... The Bring Down the Sky mission is a good one to do if you are like an engineer or I'm an infiltrator. Anything that needs, or a sentinel, anything that needs an Omni tool, because it's got a lot of really good Omni tools, like high-level Omni tools that you can access. You may notice as you're playing Mass Effect that the weapons you find, you start finding higher level weapons the higher level you get, but every once in a while there's a spot where you can find just higher level gear than you might be picking up regularly. So we're gonna go back to the Mako. So my in-game sense of direction is terrible. So I always make use of the destination tool. Very helpful to have the little guide in the bottom right. And a lot of the time, this one is really easy because you can see it from a distance, but sometimes you can't see whatever it is from a distance. I frankly don't have the patience to deal with the Mako and trying to figure out where the hell I'm supposed to go. So this mission has some kind of unique turrets in that they don't pop up until you're close to them. So you can see this big thing and the turrets popped up. In Legendary Edition, I don't know if you were my viewer last night, but in Legendary Edition, you actually get the same amount of XP with Mako, in the Mako, as you would on foot. So there's no... In the original, there was a kind of a penalty for doing things in the Mako, but not in Legendary Edition, so it's actually, you can just do things in the Mako. When I did this in the original game, a lot of these kind of bigger planet missions, I tend to play snipers and infiltrators, and I literally just would get out on foot and run around. I don't know where that turret went up. It blocked itself off. Okay, so there you go. And this is a pretty standard base that you'll see in a lot of the side missions. I am going to... Let's go to equipment. Oh, I didn't actually read the message. Okay, so I'm not actually super close. I do need to swap out my ammunition, though. Okay, I have been using shredder rounds. This is a good mission to use some kind of toxic rounds on, because a lot of the Batarians have immunity, so when you attack them, they regain their health. So we're just gonna do Inferno rounds. Oh, I removed the upgrade. So tungsten rounds are good against Geth. That's why I have a fuckload of them. And shredder rounds are good against organics. Polonium rounds are also good. We're gonna give... What am I doing? And then we're gonna give Garrus, who's got an assault rifle. We're gonna give him some polonium rounds too. I've got more polonium rounds. I'm actually gonna go inside before I save. But I am, dear viewer, very glad that you are here. It's nice to have some indication that I'm not just talking to myself. And I hope you're enjoying this. It's moving pretty fast. I'm not a very good gamer, but I do know Mass Effect, and it is a lot of fun.
Take cover.
Okay, two. Sniper rifle.
Release
So I actually have
the
a Spectre. Spectre here for a lot of stuff, which does give you like a lot of damage. They are quite good weapons. In the original Mass Effect, you had Rich as one of your possible trophies, and I got it because I pick up everything, and I would just sell a bunch of stuff, and you could get the Spectre stuff a lot quicker. That being said, there is some stuff that's maybe not quite as good, but it's still very good that you don't actually need once you get sufficiently leveled. Snipe the shit out of you. You're getting good stuff. So once you get into like the 8s and the 9s, and even the 7s and the 6s, you've got some... friend here soon. So, if you've never played Mass Effect, your enemies show up as a little red dot. For some, in ME1. For some Geth, they will have like a scrambler. And so you need to have
before surrender.
an upgrade in order to get through that scrambler and see what's there. The first enemy you really run into that has that is if you do Artemis Tower and go get Liara first, you will get the first Geth snipers that you see. And the Geth snipers are really fucking creepy. Well, the sappers go. They snipe, but they are healing. They're the ones that like bounce around and go all over the place. And so when you're just starting out and your weapons aren't very stable, it can be kind of hard, especially as you're learning to control the game. So it used to be in the original, if you failed that, so like if you mispressed, that you wouldn't have another chance. But so far in the Legendary Edition, it seems like they have changed that. And for quest items like this, you would usually get to do it and try again, and it's at lower level. But I don't know. It was really irritating, actually, having to use Omni Gel.
Hold it right there. This doesn't have to end in bloodshed.
This is the second in command of the
Don't come any
Batarians.
closer. We can do this the hard way, or we can end this peacefully.
I didn't think you Batarians knew the meaning of the word.
Look, I'm just doing my job here. Hijacking this rock wasn't my idea. I signed on to make a little profit. A quick slave grab, nothing more.
So Batarians are known in the Mass Effect universe as slavers. If you have one of the backgrounds, I think it's the colonist background, you actually have a relation to a raid on Mindwar.
This isn't just a slave grab anymore. Millions of people are going to die.
Don't you think I know that? I'm just following orders here. If it were up to me, we'd have already left.
Well, it's not too late. You can still leave.
I don't think so. Bollock would skin me alive and sell my hide out of spite. Crazy bastard. This whole mission's gone to hell and I'm gonna pay for it.
So why do you listen to him?
Good question. I had a bad feeling about this from the moment we landed. Now Bollock wants you dead. And what Bollock wants, Bollock gets. I can't change that.
Do you always want to be second in command? Get me out of here and I'll take care of Balak. Then you can start giving the orders.
Huh. An interesting proposal. It certainly has benefits over the current situation. Shut it down. This is Balak's problem now. I hope you're as quick with a gun as you are with your promises, for both our sakes.
Balak will get what's coming to him, and so will you if I ever catch you in human territory again. Are we clear?
Perfectly. Balak's holed up in the main facility. You'll need this to get in. Don't underestimate him. He's a mean bastard. Let's go. We're getting off this rock.
One of the benefits to being Paragon and pouring a lot into Charm. I do also pour into Intimidate. I just use Charm more often. It's kind of ridiculous, but I sort of forget about grenades. I don't know what it is, maybe because it's one of the small buttons that you use for them. But even on PS3, I used to forget to use grenades a lot. We've got the main facility, one more torch to shut down. So, see, I have done most of the possible assignments, which are the side quests, essentially, in the game, because I can't stop myself. And then, in terms of missions, next I'll be doing Virmire, and then Virmire is a story point, and you can't unlock kind of the final mission until you go to Virmire. Novaria and Pharos are the other kind of main story quests, and then you have finally Artisoni, which is going to the Artemis Tau cluster. So we'll go to the map, go mark the main facility, and we'll be on our way. So one thing about using the Mako gets a lot of flack, and I do kind of hate the Mako. One thing to remember is if you're finding things impassable, like if you're trying to go up the side of a mountain, they programmed in paths. Like, yes, you can take the Mako up the side of a mountain. There are places where it's too vertical, you can't. But if you look for kind of different textures, usually if it's a different texture, you'll be able to kind of get a grip on whatever rock or whatever it is. But they program in paths. There is a way where you don't have to spend 10 minutes trying to drive up the side of a vertical hill. So, if you just look, sometimes you gotta drive around. Oh, I hate this. So, when you're doing turrets like this, they actually just aim for they aim for the nose of the Mako. So you can actually kind of set up a... Honestly, I think this is going to be easier to do on foot. So, the thing about turrets is there is a greater risk of instant death. But if you're patient, you can usually... Oh, shit. Okay. Maybe not.
Clear.
All pets, step.
One of the other turrets must have... Oh, that one has basically access to me. That explains a lot. So as you can kind of see, they're not perfect. They're... That turret's dead. One more moving turret. Because sometimes you can see that they're like... The rocket looks like it's fired after the turret has already moved. Over here.
I'm on my way.
Okay, they're fine. They switched to pistol. One thing, nice thing about the Legendary Edition is it does not let you use Metagel if you are full health. Which is kind of nice. So I actually bought a bunch of games in the kind of the Black... Several, not really a bunch, but several games in the kind of Black Friday sale that the PlayStation Store has. So, I'm gonna do a little catching up on some... Oh, yeah, okay.
Attack! Kill them all!
So engineers use sabotage and can actually overload weapons, which is really, really irritating. The cover in this game. And yes, I'm being like completely useless while Garrus and Rex are carrying the team. I ain't bad at all. Okay. Good map actually. Need to come over here. I gotta go find the... trigger a bunch of drones and shit.
Die, human!
See, look, I killed one.
You humans. You're almost more trouble than you're worth.
Let the hostages go, and maybe you'll live long enough to explain yourself to the Council.
I don't answer to the Council. Or to you. I'm leaving this asteroid. If you try to stop me, I'll detonate these charges, and your helper and her friends are all going to die.
I can't just let you go, Balak. Not after what happened here.
This is nothing. You humans have done far worse to the Batarians. We've been forced into exile, forced to survive on what we can scrounge up. It's been like that for decades.
Why take it out on these people? They didn't do anything to you or the Batarians.
Didn't do anything. Aside from colonizing a world that could have been ours. Aside from using resources that should have been ours. We were left to defend ourselves. But the humans were stronger than us. We knew that. The Council knew that. But it didn't matter. It was you. You and your kind are the only reason we're in this position.
How does killing innocent people make up for that?
We had no other options. Sometimes you need to get someone's attention before they'll listen.
Is that what Elysium was? A way to get our attention? Well, you got it. And when we responded, you ran like cowards. Now you want to start it all over again.
Enough! You couldn't possibly understand. Actually, you just don't want to understand, and I'm done wasting my breath. Now, if you want your friends to live, I suggest you step aside.
So I'm gonna save
You
the
can go,
hostages.
but this isn't over. I'll find you eventually.
Maybe, but I made sure you won't follow me today. Those charges are still on a timer. Better hurry if you want to save your friend.
Okay, so we're gonna run. They're downstairs. Charles. Upstairs. That's how most of the little mini games are. It's just the 2 bombs remaining, I think. Another one's over here. Drones. Oh, see? So I failed. But it will let you try again for most quest things. And notice it doesn't give you the option to use Omni Gel to discharge it. sorry, I got distracted. I got a notification on my phone. Let me go to the map. Okay. Starting to get kind of annoying getting shot at. Okay, here we go. Disarm this one.
He left. Is that all right?
Letting him go was better than the alternative. I thought you were gonna stay someplace safe.
There might
it's
have been
probably
something I
debatable.
could have done to help.
Because he's
I
a
thought I
terrorist
should
and
be
he's
here.
probably
I
going to
know
kill
this
other
asteroid
people.
better than anyone.
But balancing interests.
Another hour and our course would have been irreversible. I ran the numbers, Shepard. X-57 would have struck near the capital city, the most densely populated region. But that's not going to happen, thanks to you. Is Katie in here? Is she all right? Is her team?
Balak was holding them hostage. I let him go to save them.
Let a terrorist go or sacrifice innocent lives. I'm glad that's not a choice I had to make. Is that... Will you get in trouble for that? I mean, he could do the same thing somewhere else, couldn't he?
Yeah, he could. Balak seemed like a practical man. Practical, but callous. I'm sure if he'd been in my place, Miss Bowman would be dead now, along with all the terrorists.
I am
But I'm not going to sacrifice people who
actually going
happen
to,
to
I
be
think,
between me and my
platinum
target.
this
So what happens now?
this weekend.
The bad guys get away?
So
Balak gets away today.
you saw the
We'll
might have
still
seen the
be
trophy
after him
pop.
tomorrow and
That was
day after
the
that.
trophy
Me,
for
my
this
crew,
mission.
and every other crew in the
So the
Alliance.
only other trophies I have
He'll run and
remaining
he'll
are
hide,
the
but eventually he'll slip
ones
up and
for
we'll get
completing
him.
the game,
Bad guys never get away, Simon. Not unless the good
completing
guys give up.
Virmire.
Well, I wouldn't want
There's
you
one
after
called
me.
that's
Shepard,
like
thank
resolve
you
an impossible
for my
situation,
grandchildren's lives.
and that's
I don't
the
think I'll stick around.
Rex
though.
debate.
Not with the team.
If you've never
gone.
done that,
Too many ghosts.
well,
It's time for me to get
probably
back
go
and
start
spend some
Virmire.
time
We
with
might
my
actually get through it
family.
tonight.
Before I go, I'd like to offer you something. Maybe you'll
But
have more
basically,
use
you
for it than I
calm Rex down.
lead engineer, I
using-
get
you have to
some
have charm
quality
or
items.
intimidate.
Take your pick. You've earned it.
I know it's a lot to ask, but that Omni tool of yours, I could really use something like that.
Shepard, I think I mentioned that you saved my kids and grandkids. What's an Omni-tool compared to that? Take it, with my blessing. I hope you get good use out of it.
One more thing. You asked me to look into your missing engineers?
Have you found them?
Yes, all of them. Their bodies, anyway.
My
Oh.
stream manager suggests that it's
Well then,
frozen.
guess
Okay.
it's better than not knowing.
Take care of yourself.
If I was frozen,
Be
I'm a
well,
little sorry
Shepard.
about that.
We owe you.
We're gonna take this because it's a little bit pops up before you release the hostages.
I can't believe you let Balak go. To save us. I half expected you to just let us die. Sacrifice the few for the many.
Then I'd be no better than the Batarians. Besides, Balak won't get away with this. I know who he is now. He can't run forever.
Oh hey, I have another viewer popped in.
You
Hey.
sound like my brother. He was always so
I am monitoring
stubborn,
the chat.
but always willing to do
So you
the
wanna
right
say hi?
thing, no matter what.
Your brother was the one Balak killed?
Yes. Aaron.
But I'm
He was
just
the one who
finishing up
convinced me to join
the
the
Bring
team
Down the
here.
Sky.
Said it
mission?
would be an adventure.
It's a side quest, and we're gonna
I
move on to
don't
Virmire.
mean to sound ungrateful.
So they shot her brother in front of
but
her.
I should see to Aaron.
I understand. You've been through enough today. I'll get out of your way.
Thank you. Oh, I don't even know your name.
Shepard. Commander Shepard.
Thank you, Commander Shepard. You're Not exactly what I expected, but thank you.
I'll get out of your way. So long, Kate.
Nope.
I appreciate that, Commander. Goodbye.
You know, every once in a while I have someone pop in and out. But you, the person who is staying, I do really appreciate you staying. You're gonna take that. It's nice to have a little company. Let's see this. Here we go.
You can't imagine how much you've done for all of us.
I can't imagine going and sitting back at my desk after that. Okay, that's all done. So I'm not actively working to complete these mineral collection quests. They don't have a lot of impact, if I remember correctly, down the road, and I hate the Mako, so I'm not driving around to go get them. Sorry, one of my dogs came up and decided to breathe in my face, so you might have gotten a doggy pant right into the microphone. So I do scan all the planets, just in case you can survey. Get anything by surveying them? Which have gotten most of the minerals. Go drop on Virmire. See, I'm not going to stay up streaming too late tonight. I'm on call, so I'm working tomorrow. But, you know, if you are gonna hang with me, Garrison Rex are my go-to squad. I tend to make up for a lot of the tech strength, and I don't really use the biotics a lot, so it's nice to have the combat strength.
Commander, I'm reading a signal. Must be our Solarian infiltration team.
Check out those defense towers.
Drop the Mako. We'll go in hot and take him out.
I'll get you in underneath their radar, Commander. Got a clean drop, Commander.
Stay out of range and continue evasive maneuvers until I bring those AA towers down.
I know the drill. Meet you at the camp once those towers are offline. Joke around.
Okay, so Virmire, there's this first part is mostly the Mako. you can get out and defeat Geth. So here, we'll look at the map. So it's a pretty straight shot. You gotta just go through. At these gatehouses, there are, this is where the AA gun is, but at the gatehouses, you have to fight a couple of kind of higher level Geth. There's a destroyer and I want to say a shock trooper and maybe a rocket trooper. Along the way, you see rocket drones and various things. This right here, so there's this little gap that will kind of protect you. There's a Colossus, I want to say, in here that will, it's kind of hard to beat if you're on foot. With the Legendary Edition, you get the same experience in Mako. It's not as big a deal, but it's kind of a little back way. I do like that Mass Effect kind of has those back ways so that you can sort of dodge some of the worst things. Virmire has these little crab things that I always think are Geth. Virmire is this beautiful peachy planet. Slash when we ever do colonize Solar System, I hope there's planets like this. I grew up in Florida. Fond of beaches. I like beaches that aren't beaches that aren't white and sandy too, but white sandy beaches are the ones that I like. Just gonna explode that. Da-da-da. The drones, the Geth drones like that, they will pause. Float around, but they do have kind of a break in there. Hey, 2 birds, 1 stone. So I've been playing through, I don't know what it is. I am, it's just played Mass Effect enough that I know it well enough. Right, this took me so long. Maybe that I was just cautious. Like saving every time I killed something and could save. I used to get stuck. It's so nice when they stay close together like that. In one go. Some crabs. You can use the Mako to run enemies over. It's kind of fun on the planets where you can do it. And you just send them flying. But I took this. See, this is what I meant when I was talking about the it'll jam your radar. Shields will help you too. Because they are not one-way shields. They are in fact 2-way, so the enemies can't. pocket. Not focusing. Pocket triggers. So we're actually gonna get out. So there must be one. First gate. This is the first gatehouse. Back up. We do want the combat optics. So double check if it's what I've got. Also need to change my rounds. So tungsten rounds are good for. Scroll down. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, we already had combat optics 9. Always but to focus on and upgrade our went one too far. I don't think I've picked up any new armor. Let's upgrade Rex. This is not Rex, that is Garrus, my space boyfriend. Go all the way down to. I had some tungsten rounds. Go. Install that upgrade. We'll go ahead and get him a combat optics too. Go to shotguns and Rex. Tungsten rounds too. And where were all these shredder rounds when I was on Pharaohs? Because I could not fucking find anything. Why don't I have... Fun fact, Katana 9. Better than the Katana 7. How have I never given him... Who's carrying the Spectre shotgun? It's probably Dolly. Ooh. I probably should have done this before landing on Virmire. Oh well. You can't actually go back. It is. So, fun fact, your range is not as big as the Mako's, so sometimes popping out will let you save. Something naughty. I hear banging and clanging from the kitchen, so I'm actually going to be right back. Don't go anywhere. Okay, hey, sorry about that. He's telling me that he didn't get enough to eat today, and so I should feed him. And he's telling me this by raiding the sink to get the dirty dishes. There's always one. Death trooper who hangs out. But looks. Bouncing around in that creepy way. So just like the drum, so these are the stalkers. There's one more. Appreciate you hanging out with me tonight. My PlayStation's set to just record 1 hour at a time. I don't know how to make it longer, so it'll record an hour. Woohoo. I have to tell it to start again. I don't know. I'm still new to this whole streaming thing. In case you hadn't figured that out. I did not mean to take all. Okay. So there's actually a merchant. Bee farm in here. And kill these merchants. XP. You always need XP. So you can go where those other two armatures were, and there's a spot that's too narrow for the Mako to go through, but you can see this Colossus, and it's just a way to kind of, it's a little back way. It's over back there. You can just kind of, knock it
There's our
out.
target, Commander.
Might help to actually be aiming at them. Okay, let's go wreck some shit. Generally blowing things up does kill them.
Now it gets fun.
It is fun to do this this mission with Sally if you have her build up her AI hacking. AI hacking will turn the Geth against each other. Berserk.
I'm reading that the grid is down, Commander. On approach to the Solarian base now. Out.
Ready to continue on your mark.